Hi friends, I am sitting in front of the gym about to go in. I just got off of work not too long ago, and so we made it to the gym, and I'm going to eat the rest of my food that I didn't eat throughout the day because there's no time to eat or pee, so that's super cool. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna go train, and hopefully I'll do some cardio so I'll be able to edit some videos so I can get videos out soon. This is driving me nuts. We have so many things to I have so many things to freaking do before we leave next week on the cruise. I'm not sure when this little bit video will be out, but yeah, we're going on a cruise and I'm getting excited. So any hoodles, you are going to watch me eat really fast, so here we go. Oh, and I'll also share with you what I'm eating for my little sneaky snack. And if you have any questions or you wonder kind of what I eat on a daily basis, because I'm a creature of habit, and once I've already calculated macros for a meal or for a day, I usually just eat the same exact thing over and over and over, so I don't have to calculate macros again. So like the very first video I think I was talking about how I was gonna be in a caloric deficit because I wanted to tighten some things up a little bit, and so that's what I'm in. I'm about, if this bothers you, don't listen to it. I'm not big on trigger warnings. So if you are triggered by the things that I'm saying when it comes to macro counting, diet, food, whatever, I completely understand. So just don't, like, exit out if you're triggered or don't want to listen to it. It's not going to hurt my feelings. Just go for it. I'm not big on trigger warnings. So if you seem triggered, which is neither good nor bad, whatever, if you are bothered by the topics that I discuss on my videos, you don't have to listen to it, and that's completely fine, and I totally get it. I just probably won't put it at the beginning of videos. So any hoodles, if you have questions or if you are super curious on the things that I do eat throughout the day, you can put that in the comment section below. I'll share with you my little sneaky snack that I'm going to eat before the gym. I've already had a protein shake today, or protein drink, not protein shake, protein drink, and a protein bar and pistachios. So we're about to get some rice cake peanut butter and a half of a banana in before I go train. So here we go.
Driven by purpose, sacrifice long nights, all fucking worth it. I've been here for years, I'm not fucking nervous. It's not the first time I saw blood hit the surface. Stop, take a deep breath. This is the first step. I can feel my heart beat.
we are sitting in the parking lot of the gym, and I figured I'd go ahead and explain to y'all the valuable, the value, I guess, of this video. And like I said last week, I really wanted these vlogs, wanted these videos to be, you know, entertaining, but also hold value. And the reason why I do look at my watch is because I use my watch as a viewfinder, so I'm looking at myself just to make sure that it's still focused on me. So I am sitting again in the gym parking lot, and this week I was like, okay, what is the value that I'm going to give in my video this week? And I was like, working out when you do not want to and when you do not feel motivated to do so. And I wasn't in that spot in that moment, but I am right now. So I was like, what better time to record a video than when you are in the feels of not wanting to. And I wanted to also encourage you, because it's not like my feelings right now, it's not so much a matter of me not feeling motivated or me not wanting to like sweat or work hard. It's not that. There are times when the emotions of the day can just distract and sway your whole entire, like the rest of the vibe of your day. What I mean is the whole day, it's been, I don't want to say rocky, it hasn't been rocky, but you know, my plan was to go to work and then work out after, and that's been the plan the whole time. But then things kind of got in the way, and it got emotional, a heightened emotion at one point. My husband and I were talking on the phone about specific things, and just a side note here, we're actually going on a cruise next week, and because of this crazy thing that has been happening in our lives, we planned this cruise months ago. And so life happened, and we were like, oh my god, are we still going? Like, can we still go? And we're still, thank God we're still going. But like, in the midst of the bad things happening, we just stopped getting excited for the cruise because the day-to-day bad things were happening. We just kind of like pushed it to the side until it became August. And my husband's like, oh, it's August, our cruise is this month. And we were like, I was like, oh my god, it is. Oh my god, it is. We've been now trying to, I don't want to say like trying to get excited, but we just really want these things to line up perfectly and line up great, so when it comes next week time for our cruise, then we'll be able to enjoy it more. So we completely forgot about our cruise. I can't believe we forgot. Anyway, so next week, so it'll be the 14th or the 19th. I'm not sure when this will be coming out. Maybe, I don't know, whatever. But I'm gonna vlog some of it so we all can experience that together. When you are so emotionally heightened over so many, like several things in life, it takes very, very small mishaps to completely manifest like a breakdown. So I walk in from work today. I was gonna take the puppies out and then come back into town to go to the gym, and tripod stand that I just purchased and my gimbal, the phone stabilizer, I use that for creating content, or capturing content rather, for my virtual assistant, social media virtual assistant clients when I meet them at their businesses or whatever, and I'm taking videos of them. They're not completely destroyed, but Freya, our not even 1-year-old bully, she just bit all over them, and she just tore them to shit. The integrity is still okay. Buttons are missing on my gimbal, but they still work. But I saw that and I was like, oh my God. And the door is supposed to be like locked. It's supposed to be locked so she can't nuzzle it. And my husband forgot to lock it. But because of the cruise, I had those specific things sitting on the floor so I wouldn't forget them, because I'm just laying things out. And I did that because the door's supposed to be closed and supposed to be locked, but he didn't lock it because there were, it just like, whatever. It's like, it's a disaster. But so because of that, I was crying and I was so frustrated. And obviously it's not solely because of that thing. This is what I'm trying to say. After that, after speaking to my husband and more things like going on today, I was like, literally the last thing I want to do is, number one, be around people, and two, move my body. Okay, what I was saying, I'm sorry, I got cut off because my phone got too hot and stopped recording. So that's super fun. Any hoodles, carrying on with what I was saying. I literally ranted on for a while, and then I looked down at my watch like I was telling you earlier. This is my viewfinder, and it said your phone has shut down, and I was like, oh my God, this is not happening. So what I was saying was, you're not going to feel like working out all the time, okay? I really think that we live in this society of, I mean, number one, instant gratification, which that can be a topic for a different time, instant gratification. And we also live in a society, in what I believe to, how do I say this without being completely offensive? I don't think I can. Okay, so we live in a society where feelings are number one. Okay, we are taught in my circumstance. I was taught, not when I was growing up, but when I was in like the spirituality and, you know, things that I see all over the internet and what I see all over social media is do what makes you feel good. Okay, so though I kind of agree with it, I also don't agree with that at the same time when it comes to working hard and doing the things that you know will benefit you later, and that goes to instant gratification, will benefit you later. But because you don't feel like doing it right now, you're just not going to do it. However, there are so many things like eating nutritious food. Sometimes you don't want to do that. Sometimes you'd rather eat a load of chips and queso, but it's not the instant gratification. It's how it's going to affect you in the future. And that's kind of what I was, not kind of, but that is where I was getting at with the value that I wanted to put in this week's video. Is I was bogged down by negative stuff that was going on, not fun conversations that were going on, and it affected me so much that I no longer wanted to do the things that were good for me. And I sat in the gym parking lot, but I was like, no, this is my plan. And this is the part where it got cut off previously. The other day, I was walking, you're gonna make fun of me because I made fun of myself. I was walking the dogs, and I posted something to this effect for a social media virtual assistant client the other day, and it was talking about sticking to the plan. So whatever plan, whatever non-negotiable that you have had for your life, like this goal that you've had for your life, don't allow outside things to sway you from that goal, that plan you had, you know, all those things. Because though there are legit, adequate reasons, they could also fall under the category of excuses. So I was walking the dogs the other day, and my plan was to go to the bridge and then come back. So we were just walking on this road, and I have 2 dogs, so one was going this way, one was going this way, and it was just a mess going from, you know, pottying over here to sniffing something over here till there's a squirrel right over there, and it was crazy. And it hit me, this is such a preacher thing for me to do, finding an analogy for life and like everyday things, but it's actually true because I did think of it. I was like, isn't that crazy how my plan is to go to the bridge and back, and we've made it, but we had to go through several routes to get there. It wasn't like a straight, easy, boom, go down the road. It would have been if we stayed on the road, but there were, you know, squirrel, potty, sniff, blah, 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 all these things. And so it took us off of the easy path. It took us away from what would have made sense, and it gave us another way, but we still made it. We still did the thing that we had planned. And so I was like, oh my God, that's such a great analogy. And I think I needed that reminder that yes, you have this plan for your life. This is the end goal that you are wanting out of this season of life, but it is not always promised that it's gonna be easy and it's gonna be right on the straight road. You're gonna have to go to the grassy parts, to the dirt parts, to the not fun parts until you get there. And so I was reminded of that, and I would love to remind you of that, or not even remind you, but to tell you to don't necessarily give up on the things that you have planned for your life. No, literally, no matter what is going on, stick to the plan. And so that's why I ended up, even though I had a feeling that I did not want to go, and like I'll go back to, you know, what society says and what I've been kind of taught and what I've heard and what I've seen. A lot of YouTubers too, and a lot of influencers and just people on social media say these things all the time, and I'm like, I don't think so. But it is important to validate feelings, okay? Every feeling that you have is valid, sure. However, though those feelings are valid, you do not have to act upon all of the feelings that you have. You don't have to. So if you are offended over something, be offended, that's fine, but you also can't necessarily expect the other person to cater to your feeling. So if your feelings are valid, which they are, you shouldn't require other people to cater to the feelings that you have, though they are valid, and you yourself do not have to cater to all of those feelings. Because if I had catered to those feelings, I wouldn't have worked out yesterday, and I wouldn't have felt great, had a wonderful workout, and I wouldn't have felt better about myself in a lot of aspects, and it helped me emotionally. Okay, so though you might not feel like waking up early, though you may not feel like eating your greens instead of french fries, though you may not feel like working hard for something, sure, have those feelings, great, but you also don't have to cater to your own feelings. You can feel them and be like, okay, well, this sucks. I don't want to have to do it, but I'm going to do it because I'm sticking to the plan of the thing that I want to do, that I know it's going to be worth it in the future. Because I think as well, this generation is all about instant gratification. We have our phones. If we can't post to social media within like a day or so, it's tragic. I remember when Instagram, I don't know when it was, I remember when Instagram just did not work for a day, people were not happy. mean, I was one of them. Like, they were not happy because you couldn't do anything on Instagram. And this is a big reason why a lot of people aren't consistent with the gym. They aren't consistent eating healthier foods. They are not consistent in losing excess body weight because it's better for your health. This is why, because it takes time, it takes hard work, and if you are in it for the instant gratification, you're just not gonna get it. What gives you instant gratification are the taking a nap during the day because it feels so good instead of getting my work done, eating the frozen yogurt instead of a protein shake or something because it is so good, getting takeout versus making your food at home. You know what I'm saying? So those things are instant gratifications. However, they lack the benefit in the future versus understanding that essentially a lot of the good things for you, they don't incorporate instant gratification. They incorporate future gratification. So you're doing the hard things now and building on that so you can live whatever you had planned for your life. So that's what I wanted to give of value to you during this video. Like I said, I really want these videos to be entertaining, to be fun, to get the back end whatever of my life, but also to give you value, because I have a lot of opinions, I have a lot of things to say, so figured I would do it this way. So if you like today's video, please give it a like, share it with a friend who needs some, a little kick in the pants or some encouragement, and let me know what you think down below. And again, if you have any questions whatsoever about nutritious foods, exercise, anything health and wellness related, I would love to answer your questions, and I'll do that in videos. So if you have any questions at all, please leave them in the comment section below, and I'll be seeing y'all in the next one. Bye.